especially lacrosse and gym and cross-country running. Sophie took refuge in the library, where Miss Chambers, headmistress, American Civil War obsessive, and doughty adversary, cornered her. A spare figure in the dark green crepe dress, exhumed from the wardrobe whenever she had to see parents, glasses dangling around her neck. "I wanted to have a word, Sophie Morell. You're a moody child, very moody. I'm here to tell you that being moody is not at all interesting, just tedious." She touched the hair coiled at her nape. "There's no need to look at me like that. I've observed you often, and I wanted to make sure that you understand where your duty lies." "Where does it lie, Miss Chambers?" "In working hard for your adoptive father's parish. He's relying on you." Sophie almost choked. Self-indulgence is a sin. Her need for solitude, anxiety about the future, sadness that arrived at the wrong times, all wrapped up into an insecure bundle. It could, she supposed, be termed self-indulgence. "A life of service," Miss Chambers warmed to her theme, "is the best we can wish for." She gestured with both hands, revealing that the elbows of the crepe dress had been patched. "It is a gift not given to every girl." The zealot's light in her eye imitated a car's headlamps. "Our generation accepted it. So must yours." The school library would never be called inclusive, yet its scope was sufficient, here Hetty was correct, for Sophie to have discovered from its volumes that there were levels of understanding of any one thing, that beauty was relative, and many perils ringed humanity. "Perhaps," she said. "Not perhaps," countered Miss Chambers. Sympathy, well, a sliver, for the older woman watered down Sophie's indignation. Miss Chambers had a top tragic story. She had waved a fiancé off to the war from which he had never returned, leaving her to become another statistic. Drama, heartbreak, love. Each year a new set of girls feasted on it, embellished it, including the tear-inducing, almost certainly mendacious, detail of Miss Chambers searching for his remains on an Italian battlefield. "Obviously," said Hetty, "she had to find some way of making her life mean something. There's a limit as to how many times she can read the Gettysburg Address." Hetty was of the belief that the state of matrimony was the alpha and omega. Sophie was not. Her views on marriage derived from observing her adoptive parents, the Knoxes. "Do husbands and wives," she consulted Hetty, "always sleep at opposite ends of the house? Osbert and Alice do." Hetty was unsure, offering up only that her father was particular in his habits and had a separate bathroom. Did that make things clear? "All the same," said Hetty, who, as the time to leave Digby's grew closer, was increasingly preoccupied with romantic love, the bliss, and marriage, settled status, a house, a porcelain dinner service. It must be awful to have no love. Sophie thought she would settle for someone who greeted her in the mornings. "The Reverend Knox," Miss Chambers was saying, "may not be your father, but he and Mrs. Knox have spared no effort and expense to give you a good, solid foundation. You will be working alongside them to help out in the parish." Sophie possessed no solid qualifications, partly because of the paucity of Digby's academic ambition for its girls, partly because she had been either too angry, too sad, or too contrarian to extract anything that might have been useful from the dull lessons. Yet, as she wrote in her private notebook, this did not mean she was stupid. It did not mean the emptiness she so often experienced would not be filled. Miss Chambers was growing impatient. Digby's had been founded with the best of intentions, which was to give girls of good families, but slender means, an education. The staff strove to provide it, and no one doubted the governors, but without a substantial endowment it was all